Hi, my name is Braden, and today I would like to talk about children and technology. In today's world, there is a constant debate about children and their electronics, how much they should be exposed to them, how long they should be allowed to use their screen time, and what age is acceptable to give a child their own device, so on and so forth. I would like to dive a little bit deeper into this debate and talk about the pros and cons of children and electronics. In today's world, there is no perfect answer as to how much or how little screen time should be given, or at what age they should be exposed to them. I would like to talk about helpful ways that these small devices can help improve children's thinking abilities, how to help monitor screen time, and recommended times to turn off screens. Let's face the facts that today's children do not learn this same way that they did 20 years ago. Our world has become so advanced and moves so fast-paced that all children nowadays only know fast-paced and advanced technology. So we must adapt our teaching to revolve around how they learn. It is so easy to sit a child down in front of a TV while a parent is getting household chores done. Some suggestions to help them learn rather than sitting their children down in front of mind-numbing shows is to have them watch shows that actually help them think and teach them while they're watching. Another great option is downloading apps so that the children can learn while on the go. Use appropriate apps as to the age limits. For example, ages 0 to 3, try downloading apps that have very simple games and easy songs. 4 to 6, download games that mimic what they're learning in preschool and kindergarten, and so on and so forth. Now, some may wonder how much screen time is too much screen time. Each child and household are different, and because of that, there is no perfect answer. Sean E. and Waylon J. from the Wall Street Journal wrote, "I do think that limiting digital media time can be beneficial, especially if it's cutting down excessive use. The research points to a limit of 2 hours a day or less of leisure time spent on digital media." End quote. The idea is to give children time to think without the help from a device. This helps to spark creativity and imagination. Another writer from the Wall Street Journal named Mims C. in January 18 wrote, "There are legitimate concerns about children and screen time, ranging from physical inactivity to online bullying and even increase in mental health issues in teens. Watching videos remain, unfortunately, a huge portion of the average U.S. child's waking hours. According to recent data, children between ages 2 and 11 spend at least 4.5 hours a day on screens. That cuts into physical activity, socialization, and the good kind of boredom that spawns creativity and resourcefulness. Researchers say that for the average U.S. child, screen time should be significantly less to what most of them are doing now." End quote. This nails what all parents are thinking on the head. Limiting that time causes the children time to think and actually use their brains to grow and develop. There must be a balance between screens and reality. Finding that balance and sticking to it can be very difficult, but try setting a timer on devices to help regulate the time spent on them. One suggestion would be turning the devices off during family mealtime, and this would help to have the family communicate better. This is a great time to talk about one another's days and events that will be going on throughout the week and share thoughts about life. Having these conversations are important to bringing the family back to reality. Another recommendation is to have everyone, including the adults, turn off their devices 1 hour before bedtime. This gives the mind time to unwind and prepare for sleep. There are statistics showing that this actually helps to improve sleep, and the people doing this sleep better at night. Growing up, my parents did this all the time. We would turn on our phones before bedtime, about 1 hour before bedtime after we ate dinner, and this forced us to get all of our social media posts and homework done beforehand, and that actually improved the way that we sleep. It forced us to be more resourceful and more reliable on what we were actually doing. And it also helped us to stay more connected with one another. And since we turned our phones in at night, we weren't distracted by our phones constantly buzzing and going off throughout the night. There are many recommendations as to how long children should be on their devices and when to restrict them on them. Parents need to find what best fits for their homes and their children. There is no perfect solution, but the recommendations we all use to help guide us. We must keep in mind that using electronics are not always bad. They can be very beneficial and a great way to educate our children. With that being said, we also must remember that children need time to think creatively on their own and get outside to run and play. There is a fine balance, and it is up to us to figure that out. Our world will keep advancing, and we will continue to debate the newest recommendations of electronics and screen time. It is also key to continue to find that happy balance.